The demigod Krotos, one of the sniveling cowards who had banished the ultimate evil, had just marched his alliance army out of the swamplands to fight the snake-like Nagas. The ultimate evil wanted to teach him the full futility of war by ensuring his untimely passing. Besides, the Nagas could prove to be valuable allies.
Alright, next level. What a job.
King Robert was defeated, but there were more heroes whose life the ultimately vindictive evil was after. Here in the swamplands, the demigod Krotos was just leading the Alliance's troops against feral Naga clans. They had retreated here after the collapse of the Dark Army. It would seem sensible to first strike an alliance with these Nagas before the impatient evil squared up against Krotos.
First things first. The gold greedy evil built the first underground treasury, thus laying the foundations for insane amounts of hoarded treasure. So we have at least one guardian. The first brewery was built underground. Later, orcs and goblins would get obscenely drunk there, and then meander through the dungeons, slurring their words and singing lewd songs. There we go. Alright, next thing's what's way down here? Hello. That'll probably be important later. Anyways, next thing's next. I want a goblin lab. What's down here? The Alliance had discovered the presence of the ultimate evil. This had nothing to do with a tip-off from a certain narrator who wanted to increase the tension. It was pure coincidence. The good people responded, as you might expect, with a direct attack on the dungeon. Soon, traps and doors in the dungeon would make any would-be hero's life more tricky. These evil's hard-working goblins have made plans for a new room, a garden. There, creatures could patrol and keep a lookout for heroes. Immediately, the ultimate evil got down to having this room researched. On the machine, not. I don't need to make goblins? Oh, no, I can.
You need 2 toolboxes.
There was a strange rock formation in the east of the dungeon. Whatever could it mean?
We at 2 yet? Here we are. We'll finish that one. Awesome. Now.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Walk with your brothers, orc.
A hospital had been built. From now on, wounded monsters could be cured there.
Sleep. Good.
Target of the bloodthirsty evil's vengeance was a demigod by the name of Krotos, an extremely goody-goody, good deed doer. The very mention of his name, the guard room was researched and ready for construction. Creatures that were thrown there by the hand of terror would keep watch and be especially vigilant for intruders. They were able to alert other creatures near the guard room and summon them for reinforcement as well. Payday.
And now that this is all cleared out, I thought maybe adding more ground would have given me more population points. Oh, because it's... Alright, I see what I'm
There
doing
are
wrong.
enemies in your dungeon.
You guys healed over here?
Some creatures had been hiding in a secret room. They joined the ultimate evil.
Alright, so that doesn't add more pop points either. Alright, that's great. No, 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 no.
There was a mysterious shrine underground, which was not yet available. Because something like this spells work for underpaid graphic artists, one can assume that it is likely to come into play at some time or another. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Prepare for combat, orcs. You have toolboxes. Alright, out we go.
The exploration Keen Evil sent its troops to the surface for the first time. The swamplands spread out before them. The next step was to either find the Nagas and recruit them, or be massacred by the army of the Alliance. It was a difficult decision.
Foolish alliance! The Horde never falters! Alright, we're back. Sorry. I had to do something. Let us continue. I had to clear some space so I can have more footage.
The creatures of a suspiciously suicidal evil made their way towards a treacherous ambush. At the last minute, however, they changed their minds.
Yeah, we're gonna turn around. I saw them and I want them to die. Why can't we fill these? That's why.
Payday.
Alright.
In the distance, the ultimate evil's creatures could see a massive stone building. A Naga temple? Apparently, there was an entrance to it in the north. The Horde set out in that direction.
Alright, got guards. Ah, here we go.
The army of the ultimate evil could view the temple from the top of the hill, and it did indeed not look good for the Nagas. The nauseatingly good hero Krotos personally led the Alliance into battle and was forcing the snake creatures to retreat. Only his death would deliver the temple back into the hands of evil. Well, that could be arranged. The troops of the ultimate evil stumbled upon a patrol of the Alliance that had caught some Nagas. Of course, they immediately set about wiping out the much hate. Oh, and by the way, you could of course also set those Nagas free.
Oh, did my orcs die? Oh no, that warped me all the way down there.
The last fighter in the patrol was defeated. Creatures of the Horde cheered. Oh yes, and set the Naga free as well. They were overjoyed to join the ultimate evil. The eager for new units evil sent his creatures further towards where it expected the Naga camp to be. The Nagas kept up their fight to free their unholy temple from the Alliance. If the ultimate evil was to help them win it back, then their support would be guaranteed. Since that fitted perfectly with the planned revenge on Krotos, it was the ideal solution. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Let's see how the traps go. The door is actually not that useful until I build another trap to go with it. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it. It's literally just a stall. It's the impenetrable fortress of too many doors. Let's see those fuckers get through this. Piece of shit. The fuck are they gonna do? I got so many goddamn doors, they can't fucking stop me.
Apologies, I thought that the Horde would take a different path, because there is an ambush awaiting them here. But obviously that doesn't seem to be bothering someone at all.
Nope, saving.
Payday.
Work on those doors faster! I demand more doors at faster speeds! I have so many fucking doors! How many doors is too many doors?
The approaching horde startled a few animals. Dinner. There are enemies in your dungeon.
So many doors! Ugh. Let us through! Ah! Is that another door? Alright, this has to be the last one. Ah! Dude, just drop it and run. Drop it and run, dude. Gives them enough time to build their traps.
The horde defeated the bears with ease and stocked up on bear meat. However, as bear meat is not actually a resource in the game, this was utterly irrelevant.
Experience, my dude. Oh, this gives me way too much joy.
A small group of Alliance troops had gathered here. The presence of the Nagas ensured that the all-seeing evil could see even the cloaked units.
Oh, one of our orcs died. Where is he?
At last, the Horde reached the Naga's camp. They were not able to offer the ultimate evil much help. However, they spoke of an artifact that was hidden deep down in the mountain. It would make defeating the Alliance a piece of cake. The Nagas opened a portal to the artifact using their ancient magic. The insidious evil debated briefly whether it was worth the risk. Finally, however, it decided it was only a question of its creatures' lives, and of course, the ultimate evil didn't give a toss about that. The Horde had passed through the Naga portal and found themselves in an old altar chamber, in the center of which lay a very ancient-looking object. This had to be the artifact. Some creatures appeared to be guarding it.
Oh, hey.
Payday. I don't believe it. Is there really still a guard at the artifact? My goodness, my grandma would have finished the whole game by now.
Oh.
Move your butt, do something.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Once the artifact guards were eliminated, the artifact began to glow. It almost seemed to be waiting to be picked up. It looked as if the artifact would fit perfectly into the mysterious altar base that lay deep within the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Maybe it would be a good idea to place it there. The artifact was currently lifeless. It needed some magic. The next task for the expanding evil's creatures was to expose some mana crystals. This mana would be necessary to charge the artifact up. Wait a moment, that's already been done. Well, looks like someone's trying to become the teacher's pet. Nerd. But a mana crystal on its own was really of no value to the ultimate evil. It would take a crystal chamber to make this valuable asset usable. A room was quickly installed under the crystal. The crystal chamber shone with the brilliance of a freshly painted room. To exploit this effectively, the success-enabling evil was now able to recruit Nagas. At this exact moment, the clan conveniently placed some of these snake-like beings at its disposal. There are enemies in your dungeon. Apparently, it had not escaped the notice of the Alliance's magicians that something disturbing was going on in the underground. So they decided to mount powerful attacks on the dungeon. But the ultimate evil had been warned, that's what I'm doing right now, by the way, and created such a formidable defense that it would have brought tears to the eyes of any tower defense player.
We're almost done building the fucking doors. Alright, we will take Oh, alright.
A cry for help from a few Nagas trapped in a very remote area reached the ultimate evil while it was defending the dungeon. Maybe they could be saved by using a spell, which was ready to be unlocked in the crystal chamber.
You're gonna be my adventuring party. But first, a spell.
The artifact continued being loaded with magic. It would soon be ready. Wave-by-wave tactics of the Alliance had so far proven unsuccessful. So, a strategic genius had decided to open up a second entrance to the underground in order to send, well, wave after wave of units into the dungeon. The creatures of the unstoppable evil continued work on filling the artifact with magic. Payday! There are enemies in your dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Slowly, but surely, the artifact filled itself up with magic. The throne room is under attack.
What? Not the guards at that place would have fucking done their job.
There are enemies in your dungeon. The artifact was almost bursting with energy. It was now producing mana independently and ready to stand by the ultimate evil's side in the battle for the temple. It also gave the ultimate evil access to a few more magic spells. Now it was time to take the temple and destroy Krotos. The ultimate evil gathered all the troops together to attack in one devastating wave. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Together with its Naga allies, the army of the ultimate evil stormed the Naga temple. The battle began. Defend the throne room. It's payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Alright, this mission's taking me a bit longer than the other ones.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Foolish alliance. I think I'm done with any of you. You're wrong.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Payday. There are enemies in your dungeon.
Yep. Let's actually not do that yet. Launch little guys out. There, now we'll build up.
The unspeakable evil's creatures approached the Alliance's camp. An impressive dam towered into the sky in the background. However, this path led to absolutely nowhere.
But we've blocked off the passageway from there. Oh. What are you mining?
The ultimate evil, or more precisely its creatures, destroyed the Alliance's camp with the greatest of ease. It considered having a luxury hotel for stressed dungeon managers built there.
Actually, why aren't we just...
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Ultimate evil had learned the spell. This would enable the Nagas to be rescued. It immediately
Here we
set about
go.
doing so.
Yep.
The spell ensured the Nagas' safe passage into the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Excellent work.
Let's send them out. Time for war.
It's payday.
It's also time to win day. Motherfucker. Got him! Got him with lightning!
It wouldn't be long before Krotos was defeated. Just a few more blows and he would fall. Hey, wait! What do you think you're doing? Come back, you coward!
Coward!
I mean, seeing that defeat was inevitable, Krotos opted for a strategic retreat, leaving the temple in the ultimate evil's power. The gathered evilness then burst the nearby dam, and the Alliance's camp disappeared under waves of water with a very satisfactory crackling sound. Despite the soggy end to the Alliance, the ultimate evil was livid. It had just been robbed of a delicious revenge. But, if I may be so bold, that was yet to come. I saw it in the script.
I saw it in the script. Fair enough.